Welcome back to our coverage of LME Week, the annual gathering of the metals industry here in London. With me now is Thomas Keller, the CEO of Codelco, the world's largest copper producer. Mr. Keller, thank you for being with us.
Okay, good afternoon.
You are the largest producer of copper from Chile, so you have a pretty good understanding of the market and a very good vision of demand worldwide. How you see the copper market at the moment?
Well, we believe that the fundamentals are still pretty strong and supportive of an attractive price level, the one that we are witnessing today. A combination of both a demand situation which perhaps is not as buoyant and optimistic as it was a year ago, but still going pretty strong, and despite the weaknesses in some of the markets, and with some issues on the supply side, that are also providing support to the price level. So in general, I would say that the fundamentals are still strong, and we're not looking at a situation where the current price level is in jeopardy.
Do you think that between now and next LME Week, next October 2013, we are going to be in this current range of around $8,000 per ton?
Yes, we are not witnessing any dramatic change. We're still forecasting some volatility given the uncertainties that are still affecting some of the major economies. But other than a strong volatility, we are not forecasting any sharp decline in the copper price.
How do you see China?
We are very close to a change in the leadership, and therefore perhaps the players are not taking too many important decisions, awaiting the new leadership to take control of the country. So we are still very much forecasting a situation where the economy is continuing to grow. Perhaps we are now witnessing a couple of months of relatively low demand growth, but we are very optimistic that China is going to continue to be a major player in the market very soon.
Codelco is owned by the Chilean government, by the country. You are at the moment in the midst of a huge expansion where you are going to increase your production significantly over the next few years. Could you tell us how the expansion is going and what we could see in terms of new supply next year?
In the immediate future, we are seeing Codelco's production increase marginally next year over this year's levels. And thereafter, we would see some expansion, although we are not forecasting own production to increase above 2 million tons before the end of the decade. So most of our investment is geared to replace existing facilities. Take, for example, our mine in Chuquicamata. Chuquicamata is a very important investment, a $3 billion plus investment. We are moving our open pit operation to an underground operation, but most of that investment is precisely to replace the ore that is currently being mined through our open pit operation. And the same, with our Teniente investment program, where we are starting to develop a new mine level, which is going to replace the existing mine level, which is being depleted, in the next couple of years.
Chile has been one of the countries or one of the mining areas who has suffered the most because of rising costs. There has been a lot of construction in the mining sector in Chile. Do you get any sense that costs could start to fall because some of your competitors are starting to rein in capital expenditures? Well,
we are seeing some cooling in terms of the costs that are associated with the project developments. Not so much on the operating cost front, which are still subject to a lot of pressure, both on the labor side and on the power supply side, which are, as you know, important cost drivers. But on the project side, yes, we are seeing some relief, as it were, on the engineering side, and perhaps most importantly on the delivery side as far as equipment is concerned. We're seeing there...
So you could get your big equipment earlier?
Well, definitely yes. I mean, we are seeing a significant decrease in delivery times of major equipment, and that is a clear sign, that perhaps the worst as far as we as client is concerned in terms of delivery times is past.